During Ahab's reign over the northern kingdom, the king of Moab paid tribute to Israel. But when Ahab died, Moab stopped paying. So Ahab's son Joram gathered his troops, came down to Jerusalem, asked King Jehoshaphat to join him, and the two armies traveled down to the region of Edom to attack Moab. Even the Edomites joined forces with King Joram. But God gave Israel a promise that he will deliver the Moabites into Israel's hand. But then something really dark happens. Israel, Judah, and Edom start to win the battle just like God said. So the king of Moab takes his eldest son and offers him as a burnt offering on the wall of the Moabite kingdom. But then the Bible says these confusing words. There was great indignation against Israel, so Israel departed from him and returned to their own land. So the three armies joined forces, crossed the Dead Sea, and made their way toward Jerusalem. This army was massive. So King Jehoshaphat cried out to God, and God responded, "Do not be afraid or dismayed because of this great multitude, for the battle is not yours, but God's." So the two armies fought at the city of Tekoa, and I think you know how that battle ended. Now after some time had passed, Jehoshaphat died, but his son Jehoram was not like his dad. His son did all kinds of evil. So God allowed the Philistines and the Arabians to raid the land of Judah and take all the wealth that his dad Jehoshaphat had accumulated as king. And after he died, his son Ahaziah reigned in his place. But this new king was about to be replaced by an evil queen. And how it happens is so crazy. Someone seriously needs to turn this next story into a movie. While Ahaziah was ruling Judah, Joram was still ruling over Israel in the north, when one day God told one of his young prophets to take a flask of oil, go to Ramoth Gilead, and pour it on the head of one of the captains of Israel's army, Jehu, and say, "I have anointed you king over Israel." Then give Jehu some very specific instructions on what to do next. After Jehu was anointed, he took his men and headed straight for Jezreel, where the king of Judah was meeting with the king of Israel. But as he approached, he convinced the king's men to follow him instead, and shot King Joram with an arrow. When King Ahaziah of Judah saw what happened, he began to flee to Megiddo. But Jehu and his men pursued him and shot him with an arrow too. Jehu had killed 2 kings in one single day, but he wasn't finished yet. Remember how evil King Ahab and his queen Jezebel were? Well, even though Ahab had died years ago, Jezebel was still alive.